In this video, we're going to talk about the home buying process timeline. It can take a long time and it can be short. It just depends on whether or not you want to stay married. In this video, we're going to talk about the home buying process timeline, which is a little different than the home buying process. The timeline is just to get a little quick understanding of how long should I be thinking this whole thing is going to take. Well, first of all, keep in mind that from the time that you make an offer on a property and it's accepted to the time that you get to the closing table is anywhere from 30 to 45 days on average. That can be extended. It could be made shorter depending upon if you're making an all-cash offer. But in a general rule of thumb, you're looking at 30 to 45 days. For yourself, though, when you start looking for a home, it's kind of dependent on what's available, the market, and your own personal timeline. If you don't have a big priority and rush, then it's going to take a little bit longer. But for the most part, you want to think about the home buying process timeline as something that is fluid. It operates in three separate sections. The first section is you finding the property. It's you looking, it's the search, it's getting an agent. That's section number one. Section number two is going to come in and around the offer. It's going to be a little bit longer of a timeline because you've got inspections, you've got mortgage contingencies and other things that fall into that. And then the third part is going to be more of the moving and the closing process. So if you think about it in three separate sections, the one that you have the most control over is the first section. In the second section, you don't have as much control. And in the third section, you're probably running around with your hair on fire at this point in time because you've survived the first two. You're excited, but you're also really stressed because it is an incredibly stressful process. So in a timeline, you want to know the first part really should run you about a month to 2 months in that search. Then you want to roll into something from an offer that's about 30 to 45 days in timeline. And then your closing happens pretty quickly with the move. So you're looking at 5 to 6 months, maybe from the start of the look all the way through your full function. But again, can be accelerated if it needs to be. And depending on how you're making an offer or what you're offering on, there's all kinds of different options in there. The most important thing to remember when you think about the timeline is preparation. Having yourself prepared, as we've discussed in a bunch of different videos now, you want to know what you need, when you need it, how you need it, and what you're looking for before you just launch into something, because otherwise you're going to be scrambling and it's where deals fall apart and something that you fall in love with may not be available because you weren't fully prepared. If you want more help, I'm happy to help you. Click the link below. It's completely free.